One time where I'm like very grateful. That's the moment. I get outstanding. John, how much I put on?
I'd like to welcome you to the House of Thrillers. I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. It's TWP popcorn. Check that out. Dagger spells. Dagger spells. Tonight we're going to be reading and praying Dirty Rotten Imbecile. Scuss. There's Marie Halliday. Marie Halliday. Welcome. Addie Pickle. It's Addie darling. How you doing? Benny Loco. Scuss. The Stock Explorer. Scunnora. Tingles. Benny Loco. Beachy McBucklestein. Welcome. Sound check. It's Elizabeth. Hey, darling. Forensic mystics. Naughty Nikki. It's Nikki Ska. Maximiliano Sarah. Judas Cradle. Angela Critters. They're coming in. Share it out. Paradox fossils, paradox. Annie Ann. Scuss. Jolie. You ready for a good reading, Jolie? Hey, Greg. Welcome to the show. Everybody welcome in Greg Bentley. We're going to be getting right into it tonight. It's Noonie May Crochet. Noonie May. Okie Grower 75. Listen to the sound of my voice. Naughty Nicky. Give everybody a minute. Come on in. It's Purple Tube. I'm switching to the lappy of this little figment of Kimmykins. Hey, darling. Stories told by Beaky. Stony Baker, MD. It's Gene G. Dirty Rotten Imbecile. Roadscape Horror Tales of Terror. Scully in the House. Perfect Timing. Kimitska. PD. It's PD Scott. Stony Baker, MD. Ska. Daddy Pickle. Angela Critters. Tingles. Hattie Pickle. Jolie. Brain tingles. I'm purring out there, eh? Bam. Scuss. It's tinkle time. It's Benny Loco. Ska Benny Extraordinaire. Stony Baker MD 007 license to chill. Kiki Kimmykins. It is the middle of the night. Several months later. The stage is dark except for a little light, which is the skylight in Peter's room. Everyone is in bed. Mr. room, which is now pulled out bed. Marco is sleeping on a mattress on the floor in the main room, behind a curtain stretched across for privacy. The others are all in their accustomed rooms. From outside, we hear two drunken soldiers singing Lily Marlene. A girl's hot giggle is heard. The sound of a running feet is heard coming closer and fading into the distance. Throughout the scene, there is a distant sound of airplanes passing overhead. A match suddenly flares up in the attic. We dimly see Mr. Van Dam. He is getting his bearings. He comes quickly downstairs and goes to the cupboard where the food is stored. Again, the match flares up and is as quickly blown out. The dim figure is seen to steal back up the stairs. There is quiet for a second or two, broken only by the sound of airplanes and running feet on the street below. Suddenly, out of the silence in the dark, we hear Anne scream, "No, no, don't take me." She moans, tossing and crying in her sleep. The other people wake terrified. Dussel sits up in the bed, furious. "Shoo, Anne, for God's sake, shoo. Save me, save me." She screams and screams. Dussel gets out of the bed, going over to her, trying to wake her. "For God's sake, quiet, child, quiet. You want someone to hear?" In the main room, Mrs. Frank grabs a shawl and pulls it around her. She rushes into Anne, taking her in her arms. Mr. Frank hurriedly gets up, putting on his overcoat. Marcus sits up terrified. Peter's light goes on in his room. Miss Frank to Anne in her room. "Hush, darling, hush. It's all right. It's all right." Over her shoulder to Dussel. "Will you be kind enough to turn on the light, Mr. Back to Anne. "It's nothing, my darling. It was just a dream." Dussel turns on the light in the bedroom. Mrs. Frank holds Anne in her arms. Gradually, Anne comes out of her nightmare, still trembling with horror. Mr. Frank comes into the room and goes quickly to the window, looking out to be sure that no one outside has heard Anne's screams. Mrs. Frank holds Anne, talking softly to her. In the main room, Marco stands on a chair, turning on the center hanging lamp. A light goes on in the Van Dam's room overhead. Peter puts his robe on, coming out of his room. Dussel, Miss Frank blown. Something must be done about this child, Miss Frank. Yelling like that. Who knows but there's somebody on the streets. She's endangering all our lives. And darling, every night she twists and turns. I don't sleep. I spent half my night slushing her. Now it's nightmares. Marco comes to the door of Anne's room, followed by Peter. Miss Frank goes to them, indicating that everything is all right. Peter takes Margot back.
One time where I'm like very grateful.
And you're safe here, you see. Nothing happened. Please, Mr. Dussel, go back to bed. She'll be herself in a minute or two, won't you, Anne? Dussel picks up a book and a pillow. Thank you, but I'm going to the washcloth. One place where there's peace. Where's Allie? Where's Allie's go? Anne says, oh, I dreamed that they came to get us, the green police. They broke down the door and grabbed me. Started to drag me on the way they did, Joby. Jeez, I just lost my place. Check. There we go. Opium, I dreamed they came to get us. Broke down the door and grabbed me and started dragging me out the way they did, Joby. Mr. Frank says, I want you to take this pill, Anne. What is it? Something to quiet you. She takes it and drinks the water. In the main room, Margot turns out the light and goes back to her bed. Do you want me to read to you for a while, darling? No, just sit with me for a minute. Was I awful? Did I yell terribly loud? Do you think anyone outside could have heard? No, darling, lie quietly now. Try to sleep. Coward, I'm so disappointed in myself. I think I've conquered my fear. I think I'm really grown up. And then something happens, and I run to you like a baby. I love you, Father. I don't love anyone but you. Nearly. It's true. I've been thinking about it for a long time. You're the only one I love. It's fun to hear you tell me that you love me. But I'd be happier if you said you loved your mother as well. She needs your help so much, your love. We have nothing in common. She doesn't understand me. Whenever I try to explain my views on life to her, she asks me if I'm constipated. You hurt her very much just now. She's crying in there. I can't help it. I only told the truth. I didn't want her here. Oh, Pim, I was horrible, wasn't I? And the worst of it is, I can stand off and look at myself doing it. And know it's cruel, and yet I can't stop doing it. What's the matter with me? Tell me, don't say it's just a phase. Help me. There's so little that we parents can do to help our children, and they can only try to set a good example, point the way. The rest you must do for yourself. You must build your own character. I'm trying, I really am. Every night I think back of all the things. I have a nicer side. Father, a sweeter, nicer side. I'm scared to show it. Afraid people are gonna laugh at me. Some me Ann comes to the outside and the good Ann stays on the inside. And I keep on trying to switch them around. Have the good Ann outside the bad. She is asleep. Mr. Frank watches her for a moment and then turns off the light. Curtain falls on the scene. The air raids are getting worse. They come over day and night. Noise is terrifying. What will be, will be. When the planes come over, who is the most frightened? Monday, the 9th of November, 1942. Wonderful news. The Allies have landed in Africa. Pim says we can look for an early finish to the war. Just for fun, he asked each of us what was the first thing we wanted to do when we got out of here. Mrs. Van Dam longs to be home with her own things, her needlepoint chairs, the best that money can buy. Peter would like to go to a movie. Mr. Dussel, he wants to get back to his dentist drill. He's afraid he's losing his touch. To ride a bike again, laugh till my belly aches. To have new clothes from the skin, hot tub filled with water overflowing, wallow in it for hours, 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 hours. Sk, sk, sk. Elizabeth.
There's like one time where I'm like very crazy. That's I get not crashing. John, I'm put on.
We waited in silence as the city spoke. Stony Baker, MD. It's reading and retail. Paradox fossils. Naughty Nicky. About to blow out the candle when suddenly there's a crash. Something falling below. They all freeze in horror, motionless. For a few seconds there is complete silence. Mr. Frank slips off his shoes. The others noiselessly follow example. Mr. Frank turns out a light near him. He motions to Peter to turn off the center lamp. Peter tries to reach it, realizes he cannot, gets up on a chair. Just as he's touching the lamp, he loses his balance. Chair goes out from under him, he falls. The iron lampshade crashes to the floor. Sound feet below running down the stairs. God almighty. The only light left comes from the Hanukkah candle. Dussel comes from his room and Frank creeps over to the stairwell and stands listening. The dog is heard barking excitedly. Do you hear anything? No, I think they've gone. It's the Green Police. They found us. They wouldn't have left. They'd be up here by now. They'll be back. Or it may have been the Gestapo. Or a thief looking for money. Got to do something quick before they come back. There isn't anything to do, just wait. Mr. holds up his hand for them to be quiet. He's listening intently. There is complete silence. Mark looks over to her father. No, father, there may be someone there waiting. Maybe a trap. Saturday, darling. No way for us to know till Crayler comes home Monday morning. Cannot live with this uncertainty. Don't go, father. Hush, darling, hush. Margot, stay close to me. Anne has had enough. Someone go after father. Make father come back. Peter says, I'll go. Haven't you done enough? Pushes Peter roughly away. In his anger against his father, Peter grabs a chair as if to hit him with it. Then he puts it down. Please, please, Mr. Van Dam, go get father. Quiet, quiet. Mrs. Frank interjects, softly praying. I lift up mine eyes unto the mountains, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, who make heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth there will not slumber. She stops as she hears someone coming. They all watch the door tensely. Mr. Frank comes quietly in. Anne rushes to him, holding him tight. It was a thief. That noise must have scared him away. Thank God. He took the cash box and the radio. He ran away in such a hurry that he didn't stop to shut the street door, swinging wide open. I think it would be good to have some light. Are you sure it's all right? If I lose my place one more time. She done cuss. It's sunny, stormy. We're reading Anne Frank up to Angela Critters. Critters. Maximiliana Sarah, welcome. Hey, Benny Luco. Brain tingles. It's Addieska. Where's Allie? What's up? Scott Nicky. You out there, Allie? There was silence. It's Wisconsin, Greg. Hey, Greg. How you doing, buddy? Hey, Addie Pickle. Dirty, rotten imbecile. Dirty, rotten. Dirty, rotten imbecile. Dirty, rotten. Dirty, rotten imbecile. Dirty, rotten. Scotty B. Scotty B. Tingle, tingle, tingle.
There's like one time where I'm like very great. That's the norm. I get outstanding. John, help us out with all this. My son pressed the wrong direction. Dude, that was
Saturday, the 1st of January, 1944. Another new year has begun, and we find ourselves still in our hiding place. We have been here now for 1 year, 5 months, and 25 days. Seems that our life is at a standstill. It's late afternoon. Everyone is bundled up against the cold. In the main room, Miss Frank is taking down the laundry, which is hung across the back. Mr. Frank sits in the chair down left, reading. Margot's lying on the couch with a blanket over her and a many-colored knitted scarf around her throat. Anne is seated at the center table, writing in her diary. We're all a little thinner. Van Dam's discussions are as violent as ever. Mother still does not understand me. But then I don't understand her either. There is one great change, however. A change in myself. I read somewhere that girls of my age don't quite feel certain of themselves. That they become quiet within, begin to think of the miracle that's taking place in their bodies. I think that what is happening to me is so wonderful. Each time it has happened, I have a feeling that I have a sweet secret. In spite of any pain, I long for the time when I shall feel that secret within me again. Ska, 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 ska. It is evening after supper. From outside, we hear the sound of children playing. The grown-ups, with the exception of Mr. Van Dam, are all in the main room. Mr. Frank is doing some mending. Mr. Frank is going over business accounts. Dussel in his dentist jacket is packing up and down, impatient to get into his bedroom. Mr. Van Dam is upstairs working on a piece of embroidery in an embroidery frame. In her room, Anna is getting dressed. She stands before the mirror in her slip, trying various ways of dressing her hair. Marka is seated on the sofa, hemming a skirt for Anne to wear. In the main room, Dussel can stand it no longer. Comes over, rapping sharply on the door of his and Anne's bedroom. No, Mr. Dussel, I'm not dressed yet. Oh, Anne, you look so good, says Marka. Margot, tell me, am I terribly ugly? Oh, stop. No, tell me. Of course you're not. May I come in, dears? Yes, Mother, come in. Mr. Dussel's impatient to get in here. Heavens, Mother, he takes the room for himself the entire day. And here, you're not going in again tonight to see Peter. That is my intention. But you've already spent a great deal of time in there today. I was in there exactly twice. Once to get the dictionary, and 3/4 of an hour before supper. Aren't you afraid you're disturbing him? Mother, I have some intonation. Oh my gosh. And everyone's on edge, worried about Mr. Krayler. There's one more thing. I'm sorry, Mother. I'm going to Peter's room. I'm not going to let Petra friendship. Mrs. Frank hesitates for a second, then she goes out, closing the door after her. She gets a pack of playing cards and sits at the center table, playing solitaire. In Anne's room, Margot hands the finished skirt to Anne. As Anne is putting it on, Margot takes off her high-heeled shoes and stuffs paper in the toes so that Anne can wear them. Margot to Anne. Why don't you two talk in the main room? It'd save a lot of trouble. It's hard on Mother, having to listen to those remarks from Mrs. Van Daan and not say a word. Why doesn't she say a word? I think it's ridiculous to take it and take it. You don't understand Mother at all, do you? She can't talk back. She's not like you, Anne. It's not just in her nature to fight back. Anyway, only one I worry about is you. I feel awfully guilty about you. She sits on the stool near Margot, putting on Margot's high heels. What about? I mean, every time I go into Peter's room, I have a feeling I may be hurting you. I know if it were me out, I'd be desperately jealous. If it were me, well, I'm not. You don't feel badly, really, truly. You're not jealous. Of course I'm jealous. Jealous you've got something to get up in the morning for. But jealous of you and Peter? No. Maybe there's nothing to be jealous of. Maybe he doesn't really like me. Maybe I'm just taking the place of his cat. The main room, Dussel can stand it no longer. He jumps up, going to the bedroom door and knocking sharply. Will you please let me in my room? Just a minute, dear Mr. Dussel. She picks up her mother's pink stole and adjusts it elegantly over her shoulders. Well, here I go to ruin the gauntlet. She starts out, followed by Margot. By this time, we all know each other so well that if anyone starts to tell a story, the rest can finish it for us. We're having to cut down still further on our meals. What makes it worse? The rats have been at work again. They've carried off some of our precious food. Even Mr. Dussel wishes now that Mushi was here. Thursday, the 20th of April, 1944. Invasion fever is mounting every day. Meep tells us that people outside talk of nothing else. For myself, life has become much more pleasant. I often go to Peter's room after supper. Oh, don't think I'm in love, because I'm not. It does make life more bearable to have someone with whom you can exchange views. Oaky Grower 75. Pickles go. Addy pickle, pickle, pickle. Tingles. Tinkle. The Maximiliano Sarah. Skim, let's go. Naughty Nicky, 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 Nicky. Angela Critters. Angela Critters. Benny Loco. Benny Loco, Loco. It's Murray Halliday, Halliday. Marie Halliday. Scotty B, 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 B. It is night. A few weeks later, everyone is in bed. There is complete quiet. In the Van Dan's room, a match flares up for a moment and then it quickly. Mr. Van Dam in bare feet, dressed in underwear and trousers, is dimly seen coming stealthily down the stairs to the main room, where Mr. and Mrs. Frank and Margot are sleeping. He goes to the food safe and again lights a match. Then he cautiously opens the safe, taking out half a loaf of bread. As he closes the safe, it creaks. He stands rigid. Miss Frank sits up in bed. She sees him. Otto, komm schnell. Was ist los? Was ist passiert? Stiehlt das Essen. You give me that. Pooty, what is it? You dirty thief stealing food. You good for nothing. Mr. Dussel, for God's sake, help me. The bread. He was stealing the bread. It was you all the time. We thought it was the rats. Mr. Van Dam, how could you? I'm hungry. all of us hungry. I see the children getting thinner and thinner. Two long years we have lived here side by side. We've respected each other's rights. We've managed to live in peace. Are we now going to throw it all away? I know this will never happen again, will it, Mr. Van Dam? No. He steals once, he'll steal again. Mr. Van Dam holds his stomach, starts for the bathroom. No more talk, I want them to leave. You put us out on the street. There's other hiding places. Mr. Frank, you told Pooty you'd never forget what he done for you when you came to Amsterdam. Said you could never repay him, that you. If my husband had any obligations to you, he's paid it over and over. Edith, I've seen you like this before. I don't know you. I should have spoken out long ago. We don't need the Nazis to destroy us. We're destroying ourselves, Edith. He sits down with his head in his hands. Mrs. Frank goes to Mrs. Van Dam. Give this to me, she'll find you a place. Mother, you're not putting Peter out. Peter hasn't done anything. He'll stay, of course. When I say I must protect the children, I mean Peter too. Peter rises from the steps where he's been sitting. I'd have to go if Father goes. He's no father to you. That man doesn't even know what it is to be a father. I wouldn't feel right. I couldn't stay. Very well then, I'm sorry. No, Peter. No. I don't care about the food. They can have mine. I don't want it. Only don't send them away. It'll be daylight soon. They'll be called. Please, Mother. They're not going now. We'll stay here until Meat finds them a place. We might finish this tonight. It's Grammy. Hey, Grammy. How you doing, darling? It's great to see you. I'm assuming natives' fingernails are awesome or marvelous. Scamarvelous, scatastic. Shall we carry on? The buzzer sounds. It's Meep's signal. Mr. Frank, it's Meep. He hurries over, getting his overcoat and putting it on. Margot says, at this hour? Is it trouble? I beg you, don't let her see a thing like this. Dussel says, and Peter, Mrs. Van Dam, Mr. Van Dam. Check, 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 check. Meep says, Mr. Frank, the most wonderful news, the invasion has begun. Meep comes running up the stairs ahead of Mr. Frank. She has a man's raincoat on over her night clothes and a bunch of orange-colored flowers in her hand. She talks on. The realization of what she has said begins to dawn on them. Everyone goes crazy. How do you know, Meep? The radio, the BBC. They said they landed on the coast of Normandy. The British, Americans, French, Dutch, Poles, Norwegians, all of them. Thank God it's come. Last. I'm going to tell Mr. Kraler this will be better than any blood transfusion. Part of Normandy did they land, did they say? Normandy? That's all I know now. Mrs. Frank indicates that she has forgotten to bolt the door after me. He hurries down the steps. Mr. Van Dam, sitting on the couch, suddenly breaks into a convulsive sob. Everyone looks at him bewildered. Doesn't matter now. Didn't you hear what Meep said? The invasion has come. We're going to be liberated. Mr. Van Dam takes the cognac. They all watch him. It gives them a feeble smile. Answers in a for victory. We're all in much better spirits these days. There's still excellent news of the invasion. The best part of it is that feeling. It is the afternoon a few weeks later. Everyone but Margot is in the main room. There is a sense of great tension. Sound of a telephone ringing comes from the office below. There it goes again, the telephone. Mr. Frank, do you hear? Yes, I hear. This is the third time, Mr. Frank. Third time in quick succession. It's a signal. Tell you it's me trying to get us. Please, please, you're wasting your breath. Something's happened. Mr. Frank, they're 3 days now. Meep hasn't been to see us. Beg you, Mr. Frank, answer it. I'll do nothing to let anybody know we're in this building. We wait patiently, quietly. I believe that help will come. What I do when it seems I couldn't stand being cooped up for one more minute. Think myself out on a walk in the park where I used to go with Pim. Where the jonquils and the crocuses and the violets grow down the slopes. You know the most wonderful part about thinking yourself out. You can have it any way you like. You can have roses and violets and chrysanthemums all blooming at the same time. It's funny, I used to take it all for granted. I know it's terrible trying to have any faith when people are doing such horrible things. But you know what I sometimes think? I think the world may be going through a phase. She breaks off as she hears the sound of a car. Brakes squealing as it comes to a sudden halt. People in the other rooms also become aware. And listen tensely. Another car roars up to a screeching stop. Everyone is listening, barely breathing. Doorbell clings again and again. pounding below becoming more insistent. Muffled sounds of voices shouting commands. Aufmachen, da drinnen, aufmachen, schnell, schnell, schnell. Street door below is forced open. We hear the heavy tread of footsteps coming up. Mr. Frank gets 2 school bags from the shelves and gives one to Anne and the other to Marco. Goes to get a bag from Miss Frank. The sound of feet coming up grows louder. The buzzer of their door starts to ring. They stand together waiting. We hear the thud of gun butts on the door, trying to break it down. Anne stands holding her school satchel, looking over at her father and mother with a soft, reassuring smile. She is no longer a child, but a woman with courage to meet whatever lies ahead. The lights dim out. The curtain falls on the scene. We hear a mighty crash as the door shatters. So it seems our stay here is over. They are waiting for us now. They've already allowed us 5 minutes to get our things. We can each take a bag and whatever it will hold. Nothing else. So, dear diary, that means I must leave you behind. Goodbye for a while. P.S. Please, me or Mr. Kraler or anyone else, you should find this diary. Will you please keep it safe for me? Because someday I hope. Her voice stops abruptly. There is silence. It is again the afternoon of November 1945. The rooms are as we saw them in the first scene. We see a great change in Mr. Frank. He's calm now. His bitterness is gone. He slowly turns a few pages of the diary. They are blank. No more. He closes the diary. It seems strange to say this, me. Anybody could be happy in a concentration camp, but Anne was happy in the camp. Holland when they first took us. After 2 years of being shut up in these rooms, she could be out in the sunshine and the fresh air that she loved. Me offers the coffee to Mr. Frank. A little more. The news of the war was good. The British and the Americans were sweeping through France. We felt sure they would get to us in time. He picks up the diary, turns it back to page, finds a certain passage. As he finds it, we hear Aunt's voice. In spite of everything, I still believe people are really good at heart. Mr. Frank slowly closes the diary. Curtain falls. Hey there, Kimmy Kins. Kimmy Kins. You're in the sky song. Kiki Kimmy Kins. Ska, 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 ska. Naughty Nicky, 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 Nicky. I'd like to thank you guys for coming out tonight. Hope you enjoy the show. Stony Baker, Nebraska, and Dirty Rotten. Darling, Grammy Scott. Oh, Missy Buff got a migraine. Damn. Hey, hey, darling. Slipping in the back door. Hey, Thomas. Brain tingles, 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 tingles. Scuddy Pickle. It's Mariska. Marie Holiday. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's good. I streamed you on 2 devices. Well, that's the way to do it, Kimmy. Grammy, native couch, you got a skeleton phone. Hey, Pfizer. Pfizer, Pfizer. Pfizer, Nina. Scott Pfizer. Strong Mom Nikki. Strong Mom Nikki. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Fat up. Yeah, I'm surprised I finished that tonight. I figured we'd go another night, but we got through it and got right down to business tonight. You guys rock. Hey, Jen, it's Easy Street. Easy Street with Jim. Scotty B. Oh, I guess we just kind of chill out here for a minute. I'll put something else on here. Let's see. Something we can chill out with here for a minute. Those voices. Yeah, that's a cool one. Which one is it? Where is that one? Intro. Is it that one? Yeah. I guess we'll play that. Oh my God, it's so loud. A job. It's a job.
I love the change. And I always take what I want and I always give it. I don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful, stop and don't take for granted. Stay humble. I wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror, repeat. No, chemistry is to break up. So I can make up. Some time and some clarity to find your identity.
Everything back.
I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so what? You're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong. You will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it's face while he's looking back. We were breaks after math. When I hate, I attack.
Yes, my back is doing much better. Thank you for asking. Easy Street with Jim. Bust a move. Hey, Kimmy, darling. See you next time. Benny Loco. Benny Loco. Stony tingles, stony tingles. A little fish in the kitchen, kitchen. Native Kautza. Ska. Fish in the kitchen. Stony Baker MD. Stony Baker MD. A little fish. Marcel. It's been a good night. Oh yeah. Check out. Rain tingles. Kim at 432. Moroska. Kim at 432. Liza, Leanna. Marie Holiday. Figment of Kimmikins. Kimmy Scott. Bam, let's get this party started. Check out the Rileys. It's Riley Scott. We're coming in. I see it live. It's right there where they said it would be. Scott. Tingle. It's ASMR. Scott. Riley Scott. That's right. Go check out the Rileys. Face Scott. It's dark. It's Scott. Hmm. Tingle, tingle, tingle. Sk- sk- Y'all do. What do you say? How do tingle in your brain? Tingle down the spine. Tingle down your legs. Oh, not a little toe tingle while you're at it. Scut, 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 scut. Love, 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 love. Test, test. I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. I read my novels and other works with sound effects and visuals that go along with the story. So if you like books on tape list, stick around. Subscribe to the channel. It's that little white button below the video. And if you're on the phone, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Hey, one more thing. We call it buckle up. It's quite the ride. We'll see you on the other side. Drifting into outer space. Good night, good night, good night. Thank you, thank you. Lis mangiare, lis mangiare, lis mangiare. Scuddy darling. Lis mangiare. Hey, Kenny darling.